Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's time for part 2 of Robotech the Sentinels today, but I also wanted to let you know, anyone eager to jump into the Master Saga or the Southern Cross Saga, there are episodes already available here on YouTube memberships and there are more available over on Patreon. Also, just so you know that those episodes will be pushed to the public playlist as soon as we wrap here with Robotech Sentinels. But friends, there's nothing to it but to do it. But if you could do me a quick favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time we go live with Robotech or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like earlier in its full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then, and this is now. And now it's time for Robotech the Sentinels Part 2. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go!
You see before you a splendid piece of engineering, if I do say so myself. We used absolutely everything salvageable from the SDF-1.
Then wrap the whole thing up in the exoskeleton of a Zentradi battlecruiser.
Our new allies, Bretai and Exodor, were a great help with the details.
Do we get to see Bretai?
This ship has to do more than look pretty. Are you sure it can get us there and back in one piece?
It will, Colonel Wolf.
To be fair, it doesn't look pretty, but...
What's happened to Bretai? His last communication made it clear he planned to meet us here.
Do you think maybe he forgot we were coming in?
Bretai!
Well, so I'm not important enough to wait for. You Microdians are so impatient.
I almost didn't recognize you. What happened? Did you shrink?
Dr. Lang thought I'd fit in better with everyone if I was micronized, and he designed this new faceplate for me to wear at the wedding.
Okay.
Approximately the size of Jupiter, its third moon Tyrol, is where the civilization of the Robotech Masters evolved.
I don't like the helmet for Bretai, but that's cool. I'm glad he's here.
The flower of life, that's what they've come for.
That must be it. They've come searching for the flower of life, the primary catalyst in the production of protoculture.
Really?
It was a Robotech master named Zor that stole the flower from the Invid. It was only a matter of time before they came here looking for it. They may be intimidating, my boy, but they are not unstoppable. Even the most complex machine has a weak spot.
Then by all means, let's find it.
Well, drop him off a cliff. That worked.
We Zentradi were developed as an offshoot of robotechnology. We are the result of an experiment in biogenetic engineering.
Are the Robotech Masters as physically big as your people were at one time?
No, surprisingly, they're about the same size as you.
Really?
You mean the Zentradi were just the bronze for someone else's brains? No wonder they seem so dumb.
They came about as close as you can come to blasting the Earth back into the Stone Age. That's how dumb they are.
I think we were blasted into Stone Age, Rick.
And frankly, that makes me a little suspicious. For all we know, these space apes might still be working for the enemy.
Dickhead, you're adding nothing.
Arguments are a waste of precious time and energy.
Und energy.
Greetings, fellow members of the Robotech Defense Force. I am Dr. Lang, leader of this mission. Many of you were brought to this repair station specifically to become a part of this expedition to deep space. Welcome.
The inhabitants of Tyrol, who even now are calmly going about their daily business, totally unaware of the relentless inhuman horde that is bearing down on their capital city.
Well, you think maybe the two could warn them? The two that are actively trying to, like, thwart the Invid?
Cabell, what's happened to these things all of a sudden? Come back here!
Is it Rim and Cavale or Cabale?
But I'm starting to wonder if we wouldn't be better off by eating them for supper.
They have a biogenetic link to the flower of life. The presence of the Invid is disturbing to them.
Okay.
It doesn't sense our presence. Now's our chance.
No, Rem, I want one of the others. One of the cat-like droids.
How's everybody else going about their lives when the mass destruction's going on?
I'm getting a very distinct impression that our progress is being observed.
Rumble Frenzy, Ravage Ratbat.
Well, they didn't stay puzzled very long. Where is it?
There.
It's there, jumping down to run its claws through my eyes.
Still for just a moment.
Is it indestructible or is it getting right out? Okay. Gotta run now. My airtight plan didn't work out.
That
Run.
did it. That ought to hold him for a bit.
Yes, but only a bit.
Quick, let's throw him off a 2-story building. He should shatter when he lands.
Don't seem to have much choice.
Right, here we go!
Well, that's the best thing you could do right there. Hopefully they'll follow. Oh, now it can land.
Maybe I can turn this invid weaponry to my advantage. Now to find the power switch.
There's like fluid in there.
It's beginning to break through.
It's like jumping into a corpse's skull and trying to figure out how to get it to move.
Such strength. Remarkable. I wonder what's happened to Rem.
Well, wonder no longer.
Extraordinary. An invid shock trooper saved my life.
I should stay here.
Hello, Cabell. All safe and sound up there? You didn't really think I'd abandon you, did you?
Rem, you amaze me.
I amaze myself.
This is the whole world of the Robotech Masters. It must be here somewhere. Scan the entire planet.
Congratulations, husband. Once again, you have impressed us all with your supreme stupidity.
Jesus.
Are you forgetting who got us into this predicament in the first place? I'm not the one who fell under the spell of Zor.
Ooh.
Must you keep harping on that? It happened a long time ago. Since then, I have evolved, while you've remained the spoiled child you always were.
I love that. What you're currently doing is so terrible. Well, you know you started all of this. Ah, forget that.
I'm returning to Uptown. Goodbye.
Stop! I forbid you to go!
Don't provoke me, you spineless little anachronism!
I have some divorce papers here. This is fucking weird, man.
Sterling here. The Alpha handled the last sequence beautifully. No sign of stress on the hull.
Fine, Max. The prototype looks good so far.
You know I didn't want Karen participating in this test.
What was I supposed to do, Harry? Refuse her my permission? Don't forget, she volunteered, and she happens to be one of the very finest test pilots we've ever had. All right, Lieutenant. Proceed with the maneuver.
Oh, wow.
First phase of the maneuver complete. We are ready to attempt docking sequence.
There's a lot going on.
Proceeding with phase 2, we are exchanging positions and preparing to re-engage.
All systems are responding well.
Go to phase 3.
I mean, is this supposed to be like something you do during battle? Because this takes a fucking long time.
That was absolutely perfect, Max. One of the smoothest link-ups I've ever had the pleasure of witnessing.
There's a problem with the link-up. My reverse boosters are shorting out.
She must abort the link-up and try again.
Come on, pull up.
Stabilizers are gone. The power surge must have been too much for him.
Max, do something! You've got to help her!
Yeah, get in there, Max.
Good girl, you did it. Now maybe we can slow you down.
I suppose you have a plan, Commander.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't have a plan.
Good, that makes me feel a lot better.
Now try to extend your landing flaps. Create as much drag as you can. Yeah, there you go.
With all this wind.
Now hang on, I'm kicking us into reverse.
He did it, Doctor. She's regaining control of the ship. Karen, thank goodness you're safe. That little escapade nearly gave me a heart attack.
Well, if you were scared, imagine how I felt.
This proves once and for all you have no business being a test pilot.
Get fucked, man.
You should take a look at the fantail on that Alpha. It must have been bent out of shape on the transport that brought it up here. Nobody could have flown it any better.
I'm sure you mean well, Commander, but all this is beside the point.
You know he's right, Papa. You just won't admit it.
Perhaps he is right. It makes no difference.
I'm gonna stick to my guns.
All I can say is she impressed me, and I'm a hard man to impress, Dr. Penn.
You're a married man, Max.
I'm going to recommend you as a combat pilot for the expedition.
Oh, thank you.
Just a minute. Don't you think you're overstepping your authority a little bit?
As the person in charge?
Rick Hunter finds his time filled with preparations for two radically different but equally important events. The launch of the Expeditionary Force and his wedding to Lisa Hayes.
Well, speak of the devil. Come in here, mister. There's something you ought to see.
Well, what do you think?
Pardon me, but isn't it bad luck to see your feet?
Why are we doing this? Oh boy.
Superstition? Besides, I'm not in my dress, I'm standing behind it.
Oh.
Okay, well.
Hi.
I beg your pardon, General. Aren't you exceeding your authority?
I can't help myself, ma'am. So take away my stripes, throw me in the brig, but please, not until the honeymoon's over.
Sometimes I can't tell whether it's a marriage or a court-martial.
Miria, I agree. Or a death sentence. Marrying Rick.
Perhaps it will simply take more digging before we are able to find it. Come, Tesla, there is something I wish to discuss with you. I'm placing you in charge of the search for the Flower of Life. You're the only one that I trust, Tesla. Bring me what I seek, Tesla, and I will make you master of your own planet. Fail, and I will leave you to rot on this ball of dust.
Fail, and I will make you my wife's personal assistant.
If I am to be frustrated by this pathetic little planet, then my revenge will be swift and terrible.
Okay, great. So, do we alert the populace yet, or are they still on like buying groceries and shit?
Good. It sounds like everything's moving along right on schedule. Looks to me like our problems are pretty much behind us.
Kiss of death.
The man kind of plays his own game. His ambition seems to be more important to him than the mission.
You have some evidence to support this?
Nothing concrete, I just don't trust him. There's something about him that ain't right.
Well, Vince,
Vince, is that his name? Vince has Exodor eyes, like great big with the little pupils.
I assume you're Jack Baker.
That's right.
With the Major General's compliments. It's to the wedding tomorrow. Everyone on board's invited.
Don't think you're special.
Cadet Baker, my thermosensors detect your presence in the room. Please respond.
I got an invite to the General's wedding.
Is that Min-May playing in the background?
Treatment. Hope to see you soon aboard the SDF-3.
Sincerely, Richard Hunter? Ah.
Matter? What could be the matter?
Well, you got an excuse. It is the day before your wedding, after all.
It is the day before my wedding. I'm a little out of my sorts, but you know me, old Dick Hunter over here.
Right, next. If nobody's ever been to the Phantoma system before, how do they know what to immunize us against? One of my many questions.
I've got many too, Dick. All right, my dear friends, we just got done watching Robotech The Sentinels Part 2. Part 3 will be out next week, and like I said before, if you're ready to jump into the Robotech Master Southern Cross saga, there are episodes available here on YouTube memberships and more over on Patreon. But friends, all that is then, and this is now. And now it's time for me to say goodbye until we join one another once again for Robotech The Sentinels Part 3. Until such time, my friends, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.